She want to hang with an Indian. She want to hang with an Indian. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see. We got the night news coming right now at your head top. It's the night news. Angelo Savage report. Vertical. That's what we're gonna do for y'all, man. I want everybody that wants to participate, and I will read off comments live. But there's a twist. You must subscribe. Yes, we no longer playing the funny game, man. And you can just subscribe. You can comment. You can unsubscribe if you like. But I only want to make sure that everybody's participating in there, and there's no discrepancies in here. So we're gonna do only the individuals that are subscribers can comment. That's how we're gonna do it. But we're gonna show all live chat. Okay. I need some lip balm. Y'all hear what I'm saying here? She went to hang with the Indians. He went to hang with the Indian. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. We going live, man. Let's get it. See what's going on. Yeah, so anybody that wants to chat can chat, but you must subscribe. Everybody, if you don't want to talk, then you don't have to. It's up to you. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Because I think that's just better, so then we can get the discrepancies out of here. So we're not really playing around too much, right? That's how we'll play it. We'll do it that way because it's actually easier. So I want to make sure that everybody that's in here are in here for the progression of the channel. You hear what I'm saying? So that being said, so if you're in the chat, we're gonna need you to subscribe to the channel to be heard. Yes, if you want to be heard, you must subscribe. That is true. That is actual factuals here. Because I'm going to tell you one thing we not going to do. If you want to be on the live stream, at least for tonight, we're going to see how it works because we do get a lot of people that comment and talk on the live stream, but we're not getting people that are subscribing. So what we're going to do is we're going to almost force you guys to subscribe. And not by force, it's just if I allow you to disrupt the YouTube channel, I at least want you to be subscribed. So all of the subscribers can comment, and I will read off your chat. We got Cray in here. What up, boy? How's it going, man? It's going crazy, man. It's nice right now. We got the night news. We got the night news Savage report, and this is how it's gonna go from now on. I'm gonna be trying to, because I work too. I'm a full-time employee as well, so I have to do this on my free time, and my free time is only at night. It's either 10 o'clock and up. So for those individuals that want to check out Angelo Savage YouTube channel at night, that is the night news Savage report. I will be here. I'm going to try to be on every single night at night. So it's the night news for you guys. All right. I'm going to keep your head. This is a big process, man. I'm still a full-time employee. I still work for the man. So if you do want to comment below, you must subscribe. Fortunately for you, I will read it out. Shout out to your boy Cray, Mississippi. That boy is a long-term supporter of the channel, man. He's been here since the very beginning. So shout out to the mans. We've been doing great. And this is the Savage Report. So we're going to start off by going over a few topics for the night. This is probably going to go on for about an hour. So if you mess with the content, it gets a little, let's say, direct on this channel. So if you have sensitive ears, I advise you to leave the channel immediately. Yes, because I say what I want to say here, and that's why we leave the live chat open for the subscribers only. So if you want to subscribe to the channel right now, I'll read off your chats. This is your boy Angelo Savage. No duration. You don't have to wait any time frame in order to speak. I'll read off your comments after I do my reactions. As you know, these are the people that come in my channel tonight will get the exclusive that will be uploaded for the morning. So this might be the night news Savage report, but it will be uploaded for the morning. So all those people that get up early morning, go to sleep late night, or they go to sleep late or early and wake up early, yes, This is for you. Anyway, for those people that are here, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's get it. We finna go. All right. So a lot of things that were going on in this topic tonight. So we had a lot of subjects. We're gonna go from the subject of this is actually a funny subject. This is actually I'm gonna start off with the funny and intense stuff. I like the news. Thanks, Craig. I appreciate the love, brother. I appreciate the love. Make sure you like, share, and comment up below. Get those numbers up from me if you can. I love it. Thank you so much. And all comments are respected. I read out comments if you want to comment below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Your boy Angelo Savage. Right now, we got a report for basically, if you guys don't know, Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky, not the original one, but the one that came after the original one. And this is the guy that made a lot of songs. Anyway, PBD Podcast finally has him on his podcast, and he has him on here. And this is right after the release of Drake's new Iceman album. And I want to do a review on this because this is actually very, and I looked at it slightly, but this is very entertaining. It's almost hating in the making. and those that don't know, when Kendrick Lamar got into the drama with Drake, with Future and all the other artists, for some reason, Mr. Rick Ross thought that it was okay to put his 2 cents in. He wanted to attack Drake, and he's the reason why they call Drake BBL Drizzy. Yes, BBL Drizzy. Yes. So in this aspect, we got PBD Podcast now has Ricky Rose on his channel, and I want to give a review to this and see what to do. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's go.
Would you put Drake at your level?
No.
You're not putting Drake at your level.
No. See, you might be, I could see it in your eyes, you might be confused with the numbers and all of the fake numbers flood the marketplace 50 something. That shit ain't nothing. Remember what I told you, the streets are the streets. If Drake was what he thought, what you think he was or what he thought he was, he would have been able to clear all this shit up, address it, and been moved on. He's still suing the label. That's like him. He might sue you for speaking of him on this situation. He might sue you. He might send you a cease and desist.
Possibility.
It's a nice alley-oop.
That's a nice alley-oop.
Let him know.
But if it does, I'll definitely text you, and I'll say we got to share the legal fees together.
Shit, no.
Because we would share legal fees together.
we
We get the
not.
same lawyers.
No, we won't, man. He might sue you. He sued Lucian Grange.
What did Lucian say?
I'm not sure.
Lucian is a heavyweight, though. Lucian is.
I know, but
he's got a little bit dark side to him.
When you diss certain people and they can't deal with it emotionally, they're embarrassed, they're humiliated. That's when they sue all of these people.
Did you listen to Iceman, the new?
I listened to some of it. My engineer it was horrendous.
What do you give it? 0 to 10.
Oh man, it was. I mean, Pitchfork gave it. I said it was mid. Mid meant 5. Pitchfork gave it a 4 point something. I don't know, but it was like, no one's my friend. You left me alone. Oh my, it's that type of shit. You got to be a boss out here, man.
So nothing that would be in your playlist that you were showing.
Was it anything in my recent playlist?
I didn't hear all of them. I don't know if you got to, But have you personally listened to every single one of the tracks in the new album?
No, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. No.
Let me pause this, man. This is crazy, bro. Man, Ross is funny as hell. He know goddamn well he heard dude's album, but he gonna troll him. He gonna be like, no way, I couldn't listen to him. He know he listened to Drake's album. Now, Ross, I ain't gonna put him at the level of Drake. He might be at the level above 50 Cent. Not really. But that's his competition, 50 Cent. But when it come to Drake, bro, Rick Ross, there's no way that you on Drake's level. Unfortunately, you can see the hate seeping out of the veins, bro. I can see the hate in his eyes through his glasses. Facts. Can't you? I can. And the fact is, it's like, bro, some of the songs was half decent. You could say mid. Okay, mid's 5. It's a little decent. I'll give it a 6, 6.5. Be honest, he ain't too far-fetched, but it's like the hate is seeping out. Can y'all feel the hate? Rick Ross has always hated him. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's sad because they was once friends before. They did Diced Pineapples together. and that was a great song. One of Rick Ross's best songs. Actually, most of Rick Ross's best songs had Drake featuring in it. Yes. So it's kind of sad that Drake now has turned, once your friend become your enemy, fans become foes. It happens everywhere. Every friend has become a foe. In this aspect, is Drake to Rick Ross. Yes. Let's keep going.
Which one did you stop? 5?
I'm not
did
sure.
you make it to 5 or 6?
I'm not sure. You got to realize when it was going, it's music people that's on my team I allow them to be you could be a Drake fan if you like his music. I'm not going to tell you, no, don't put, we not on that type of shit. Listen to it if you want to listen to it. And I had people that listened to it. By the 5th song they came out, they was like, damn, this shit whack. They went back
Look
in,
alive.
listened to it.
Gee, he lying. He lying. And I'm just trying to see when he gonna crack a smile because he know he flogging G. He know he telling tales. And if he ain't, then okay. It's still funny regardless.
I'm like, it's not nothing that's dope. You don't hear nothing like Jay-Z and Alicia Keys in New York. You don't hear none of that. This a motherfucker who always bringing up Michael Jackson. What a Billie Jean at? What a Thriller.
He has a point.
And my homies actually sat there and they lost an hour of their life for this shit.
Listen to it.
Yeah,
Are they recovering?
yeah, trauma.
Trauma. It's tough.
He be
tough.
capping.
Yeah,
Now, by the way,
when you've been waiting after you seen people put ice blocks in the middle of places and promoted and marketed and the world knew what day it was coming out and the shit came out and really, folded.
how is it performing on the charts, Rob?
Who?
I'm not tracking how Iceman
I'm not sure.
performing on the charts.
Rose don't.
Yeah, well, let's see. Iceman recorded 140.2 million first-day Spotify streams, officially making the biggest album debut in 2026 so far. The figure has placed immediately pressure on competitors and set a new benchmark for opening. Drake's Janice has reached #1 on Apple Music. So that shows it's doing okay. That's showing it's doing pretty good.
I don't know what you're reading, but do me a favor and pull up Spotify. Let's go to the real streaming. Pull up Drake's Spotify. That didn't even have a logo, what you was just reading. So you might be an Iceman fan.
That's funny.
I'm not listening to it, just so you know. Okay, so how do you go to see where it's ranking?
I'm not sure. I'm talking about the articles. That look like the stream. I don't know.
So, Rob, why don't you type in Drake, Iceman, then go to news, reviews.
You like Drake. You like Drake. You've been talking about him 20
Just so
minutes
you
now.
know, I will tell you, this is
nigga
the fun fact
funny.
about me. I stopped, my hip-hop stopped in
It's not
early
hip-hop.
2000.
This not hip hop.
His not hip-hop.
No, this not hip hop. I like how he used the Michael Jackson glove right around the time the Michael Jackson movie came out. You ride that wave. He know how to ride a wave, but it
Pause. This is how you could tell Ricky Rose is studying him. Like he know he telling you to look at the numbers. You think Rick Ross didn't go and look at this man's numbers? You think Rick Ross didn't y'all think he didn't just go and study this man? That's why he's mentioning Michael Jackson. He's mentioning Drake the glove. And like, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. He's not off completely. He might be hating on him a little bit, but he's not far-fetched. Drake's new album, Iceman, I don't think it was far-fetched, like of mid. Me personally, I got to listen to it a second, maybe third time. And as of now, I would give it like a 6. Because I'm, all the promotions behind it. So in the defense of Ricky Rose, he might be hating, like I said, but in his defense, he's telling a factual statement. He did promote it, putting the release date inside blocks of ice in Toronto to lead to it being released. And then the shit was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You like you can't put Michael Jackson behind your promotion and it don't be hitting like Michael Jackson. You get what I'm saying? So I get what he's trying to say, but the hate seems like he's hating on him because the Spotify numbers will say that he kind of topped the charts. I think like 140 million. You know what I mean? Because Drake is global nonetheless. So we can't take that from him. So whether or not it was mid or not, he got a lot of views and it got a lot of listens. But it's just funny to see Ricky Rose kind of like hate on the boy. It's like it could be hate or it could be extreme honesty. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of distaste. Let's just say that.
It ain't working.
He does not succeed. Pitchfork gives Iceman a 4.8 out of 10. Okay, that's not good. Fans react as Pitchfork gives Drake. How important is Pitchfork, by the way, when they score you?
I don't get into scores. My music I've always made was in the streets.
You quoted them, though. You said you gave it a mid, but Pitchfork gave it a 4.8.
Facts.
So then that means Pitchfork has got credibility in the market.
No, I just told you what was online.
Okay.
I
All right.
said mid, which was higher. 5.
So you were
out of
being
10.
nicer than Pitchfork.
Oh, consider it.
Okay.
Of course.
So let me ask you, what to you, what is the last hit? Like you said, we haven't had a Michael Jackson, we haven't had a New York with Jay-Z and
No, we
we haven't had it for
when
a
we
while.
talking about big records, you got to understand when you're comparing yourself to Michael Jackson, when you're comparing yourself, delivery.
Facts.
He
and so-
compares himself to
Facts.
Michael Jackson.
And when you listen to people and yo, play me the best 5 songs you heard, this or that, and you hear it, blah 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 blah.
Does it show rankings on Spotify? I'm actually curious now to see where it ranks on Spotify, how it's done. Oh, they scored it by 54 out of 10. Clash, 54. So based on weighted average score, 50 out of 100 from 7 critic scores, doesn't look like a good score to me.
Damn.
That does not look so. So now yours is coming out June 12th.
June 12th, Set in Stone, my new album, big, huge, popping big boy shit, rich boy raps,
That's a sick cover right there, by the way.
stone, marble.
That is a sick cover
That
right there.
motherfucker
Thank
cold.
you, OG. Thank you.
No, seriously, that's insane. That's a sick. I saw that when Nigel, I think it was Nigel that brought it in, right?
Shout out to Nigel. And
Nigel
this
somewhere out.
motherfucker.
No, that's a dope cover, man. I'm gonna go back so y'all can see that. That's actually a cold cover, man. Ricky Rose always do good with the covers, you know. And don't let's not forget, Maybach Music was something hot back in the day. We had Omarion, we had Wale, we had Meek Mill, all at the same time. So I'm not gonna shit completely on Rick Ross because Rick Ross to me, I guess he's on a Birdman level. Let's just compare it to that. Let's compare it to a Birdman level. And because he's like the head honcho of a like Maybach Music, and then you got all these young ones under him, which were also good artists as well. So let's put him on a Birdman, maybe Lil Wayne level. You know, that's kind of like his structure. So I'm not gonna shit completely on Rick Ross. Now he's warranted, you know, and of course he's on PBD to promote his own album. Now you got to think about it. If he gonna shit on Drake, his same fans or other people gonna critique his stuff the same way. They gonna start critiquing Drake's stuff as well. They're gonna be like, Ricky Rose stuff as well. So as soon as Set in Stone come out, I'm gonna go and review that album and tell y'all what I think about that. Because at the end of the day, you can't critique somebody if your shit is worse, right? Or as good. So we're gonna look at the Pitchfork ratings. We're gonna look at what they say about it, but let's not forget that this man is Maybach Music. You know what I'm saying? He the only reason everybody was yelling Maybach Music. Like that was a hit at one time. So I did not hear that unless like on Meek Mill's, there wasn't a song that didn't drop that didn't have Maybach in the background. You know what I'm saying? Wale. You know what I'm saying? Omarion. Touch. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I used to fuck with them heavy. So maybe Ricky Rose need to come back out and get some more artists on the market. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. If he really want to like touch that supreme level after he dropped his album or whatever, because I still like his music. He got that's a cold title, right? That is dope. I ain't gonna lie, that's cold right there. But let's go from this. And for those that don't know, the background history of Ricky Rose, like at one point, Meek Mill was friends with Drake, and they got into it. When they dropped the song Rico. Rico was a really good song, but over some female-like activities, some person didn't, let's say, retweet his album. Meek Mill and Drake got into it, right? So that led to Meek Mill kind of, I guess, almost turning his back on Ricky Rose, because Ricky Rose wouldn't turn his back on Drake neither. Now it comes to find out, now Ricky Rose is turning his back on Drake. It's too late now, brother, because now you lost Meek Mill. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's like social media drama. Like it's so weird. It's literally so weird, bro. But if we gonna have basically an audio war of raps, artists and songs, then let's have it then. Because if we gonna talk shit about each other, we gonna have to see who got the best stuff. Because of course Ricky Rose might not have the same numbers, but is the quality of music the same, or is it better? You get what I'm saying? Because Drake is global, so I guess that's what he was insinuating with the Michael Jackson stuff. But the quality of the music still better. Me, I don't think as good as Michael Jackson's. That's why you can't compete. That's why I hate when people use Michael Jackson as like the standard. If you're gonna use Michael Jackson as a standard, make your songs better than Thriller or up there. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, personally, I don't think Drake hit that level. But you see, you got Rick Ross calling him out. So if Rick Ross is gonna call him out on June 12th, go check out Rick Ross's album, and we gonna see if his album is at least better than Drake's stuff. You know, of course they're not in the same genre, but they at least hip hop rap. You know what I'm saying? And in that, or pop, I would say, but in that stance, I need to see what's going on. I did expect a little bit more from the Drake album. It wasn't really like that. It was kind of like on some soft stuff. I thought he was gonna hit a little hard. You know what I mean? Like if you're reading this is too late. Like that's when I thought Drake was turning up, but it looked like he's thrilling down. You know what I'm saying? But if Drake gonna talk, if Rick Ross is gonna talk that stuff about Drake, then Drake better critique him. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how this album. He directly sending shots. He's like, nope, don't mess with it. It's mid. So we're gonna see what to do with that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. This is actually very interesting to me. If you're a fan of Rick Ross, you know, I've grew up listening to Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? So that's me. I grew up listening to Drake, so that's me too. But it's kind of sad to see these two fans and friends no longer mess with each other. So that being said, man, yeah, tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. Don't forget to like the video and for the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to comment. It's your boy Angelo Savage, Savage Report. Let's go. Peace. All right, we're going to hold up to the comment section. What y'all talk about over here? Mr. Cray, he said, actually, Rambo's tough times out here, big pimp. Nah, it's getting tough out here, man. You know, your friends become your foes, and that's in real life and on this social media stuff. It's crazy now, man. Because once you see the history of what people have done and how they was cool at one point, it's different. You get what I'm saying? It was different, man. Like they was friends at one point. They was making good music. Like Rico with Meek Mills and Drake was great. Diced Pineapples with Drake and Rick Ross. That was, man, magnificent. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like real music. But now it's like everybody getting into it with each other. It's like it's kind of weird. But if this turns out to be like a 50 Cent and Kanye West type of battle, then let's do it, because that's what I'm talking about now. Maybe that's what he want. Let's go. What's next? Mr. Cray, is he talking about trilogy by Drake? The trilogy by Drake? Yes, he's really just talking about Iceman. I don't know if he's talking about the other two albums, but he's talking about Iceman because originally Drake advertised Iceman itself, and then he dropped 2 more albums after that. So, you know, some people just have like a clique of like music and they just start releasing everything, bro. Like I don't like when they do that. It's like a bunch of songs that it might hit, it might not hit, just release them all. Now they dropping like 60 songs. Yeah. Last Sion, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, who comes close to them today? Well, I put them in different categories, and Drake do not come close to those people. Not with his today music, maybe his past music, but not today's music. Who comes close to Aretha Franklin and Whitney Houston? That was a different time. And at that time, I'm saying, who comes close to them? The only person I would say that comes close to those two people is Chris Brown, unfortunately, because not only is it like soul, hip hop, and pop, like Chris Brown to me personally is the only person, because I think Chris Brown's like at Michael Jackson's level, if you want to think like that. When it comes to dance move skills, charisma, garden of the crowd, Chris Brown don't even got to release it. He could just go on tour. So if in that aspect, yes, who comes close to Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston? Chris Brown. Rambo Grandpa, you said A, and then you got Duran Mickle. He said greetings. What up? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the love, everybody that's in here. Don't forget to like the video. But if you want to talk in the chat, I'll read out your chats. Just subscribe to the channel. I got you. Mr. Beats 2151 took her home and I enjoyed that and she didn't even know it. Well, that was a hit. Look. It was a time and a place for this lyric to be said, man. Nobody at the time, nobody cared that he said that. Like at the time, people were like, man, took her home and I enjoyed that. She didn't even know it. That was a hit at the time, man. Saying that was a hit song. Like, and now people years later, it's like you say some off the wall shit, and years later, everybody started critiquing your off the wall comment. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically I got from that concept right there. At one point, it was okay to say that. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might have been not okay to say it. You get what I'm saying? That was a hit song though. But now everybody use that as like a crutch. Like, nah, this nigga, you know, he taking advantage of women. But it's like that's because we're in a new sensitive, like, how do I say sensitive? Like it's like comedy. Like if we go back and play some old comedy where they throwing out the F word, they go throwing out the N word and stuff, it wouldn't hit today like it did, but it was hitting at the time that they said it. So I'll give it that. All right, appreciate the love. We're gonna go to the next video. So right now we're about to go from entertainment. I guess we can go and push over to like real life stuff. So this is when it gets more into the in-depth and individual stuff. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Don't forget to subscribe. Facts. So now we have a concept here. I guess Jeff Bezos is telling individuals that the lower half of workers should pay no taxes at all, or just pay 3% of all taxes. Like, let's see what he got to this, man, because this is a billionaire. I think this is top 5 individual richest person in the world. If he thinks this is okay, if he can subsidize the money in some way, let's see what he's talking about. All right.
Good morning. We are here on the factory floor this morning of Blue Origin, and we are here with Jeff Bezos, the founder of Blue Origin, also, of course, founder of Amazon. It is great to see you. This is remarkable, by the way, just the scale of it. We've been talking about it all morning, but of all the people that we could talk to about everything that's going on in the country right now, in the economy, AI, jobs, space, we want to talk to you. And there is so much to talk about. We're going to touch on that, policy, politics, and so much more. But one of the topics that I thought we should talk about, and maybe even start with, is these days it feels almost impossible to pick up a newspaper without reading a headline about wealth in America, about the billionaire class, about wealth inequality and policy and everything else. And it's taken a uniquely critical turn, I think. And I'm so curious, before we even get into everything else, what you think about that right now.
Well, first of all, Andrew, I'm glad you're asking the question. I think it's a really important topic, and I think it's an important one to discuss, because I see the same thing you do. You know, you see it in a bunch of headlines, you see it in a bunch of places, and I have been thinking about, like, what is driving this? It does seem different from 10 years ago, and I think what's going on is that it's kind of a tale of two economies. So you have a bunch of people in this country who are doing really well, but you also have a bunch of people in this country who are struggling.
Okay.
Struggling with pay rent, groceries, and so what's happening here is politicians are using the kind of age-old technique. So there's this tale of two economies, and they're using this age-old technique of picking a villain and pointing fingers. But the problem is that doesn't solve anything. And so, like, if you want to help the group of people who are struggling, you have to figure out real root causes and solutions, and that takes skill. It's like the way if we have a problem at Amazon, the way we would fix it is we would go in and we'd do the 5 whys and we'd try to get to a root cause. We'd try to find a root fix. And then when we fix it at the root, you're fixing it forever. It's a real solution. And what we don't do, because it doesn't work, is just point fingers and blame people. It might feel good for 10 seconds, but doesn't accomplish anything. And so what could you really do? So, like,
do you have a plan?
I have some ideas. I have some places to start. So, I started thinking about this and doing some research. A nurse in Queens who makes $75,000 a year pays more than $12,000 a year in taxes. Does that really make sense? So people talk about making the tax system more progressive. How about we start by having the nurse in Queens not pay taxes? Why is a nurse in Queens who makes $75,000 a year paying more than $1,000 a month in taxes? That's $1,000 a month that could help with rent or groceries or anything. And so, and by the way, do you know what that all adds up to? The bottom half of income earners in this country pay only 3% of the taxes.
So,
it's only 3%. We can find 3%. So we don't have, it's a small amount of money for the government, you know that. And really, and the more I thought about it, to me, it's kind of absurd that we're doing this. You know, we shouldn't be asking this nurse in Queens to send money to Washington. They should be sending her an apology. It really makes no sense.
Okay, but then on the
All right, now I'm gonna rebuttal that now. Now that's just $1,000 a month. So if she's getting paid $75,000 a year, and it's $1,000 a month, her take home is like $63,000 from being a nurse. That's just taxes, bro. And I like what he said. He's like, well, he did say we could find 3% somewhere else. I'll tell you where we're gonna sign the 3%. We're gonna tax his ass. Yeah. Tax the rich. That's how we gonna find the 3%. Because if you not taxing somebody making $75,000 a year, which okay, cool, that would benefit an individual like I, but let's tax his ass more. Let's tax you the 3%, or tax the rich people that. And I guess that's probably where he's getting at. And I hope he's not playing this type of role because you know, I hate that certain billionaires they get the money, avoid taxes, and then when they get the money and they already hit the money, now they want to tax the rest of the billionaires. Yes. So if that's his solution to not tax the nurse because she's a nurse and give her an apology, it's just $1,000 a month for taxes. That's a month. She's probably making like $7,000. They're taxing $1,000, which is just taxes. But what does that tax go to? It goes to local. You know what I'm saying? It goes to state and it goes to federal. So those, you know, those taxes are done for some reason. Now, like I said, it would benefit a person like me and also the nursing field to not be taxed. You know what I mean? So I can't say I'm a super against it because it will benefit me like me, but I'm not thinking about me in this aspect. I'm thinking about where the money's going. Of course, we don't have a say what Washington's doing with the money, but then again, we do need the money to be taxed in a way, I guess, right? You know, it's like we're paying for protection in a way. That's how I look at it with the tax system, right? They're but then again, they're using that money for certain things. Now, for his aspect, okay, it's just 3%. If that part of the economy is only paying 3%, maybe then we tax the rich more then. And I think that's where he's getting at. My only problem about that is that he wasn't like that when he was getting the money. By this time, he probably hid the money up. He doesn't own majority stake of Amazon anymore. So he's now saying to tax the rich after hiding his wealth. You know what I mean? I just don't agree with that accept. And that's been going on with a lot of millionaires and billionaires over the time. So let's keep it going.
the other end, the question is, should you be paying higher taxes to pay for the 3% component part of this?
Just
that
like
you
I
think
said,
is going to need to be paid for, if not more than that, given the debts we have.
It's certainly a perfectly valid policy debate to say, do we want an even more progressive tax system? So, you know, the kind of the line that gets quoted all the time is, you know, the wealthy should pay their fair share. Right. And we can argue about what the fair share is. That's a policy debate. That's okay. But the vilification is the thing that's just the distraction. And by the way, if you really are being honest about it, we don't have a revenue problem in this country. We already have the most progressive tax system in the world. The top 1% of taxpayers pay 40% of all the tax revenue. The bottom half pay only 3%. We have already, and I think it should be 0. I don't think it should be 3%. I think it should be 0. So we'd be making it more progressive that way. We actually have a spending problem, and that's a skills issue. I mean, let me give you an example. The New York City school system, they spend...
He didn't answer the question. Look, he said it's a policy thing. Look, he really should say yes. It should be a yes or no situation. Should we tax the rich more due to the fact that we're not taxing the lower 1% anything? So if we're not taxing the nurses, anybody making under $100,000 so we can get the 3% of income, should we start taxing? Because you think it's like a company. You think we're just going to lose money? And that's how you got to think about it. And it would benefit me if they went to 0 taxes. But you think they're just going to be like, nope, let's just lose money. No, that's not how the government works. They want that money from somewhere. So, but the thing is with it is, even if he's not advocating for taxing the rich more either. So that's the problem I'm having with Jeff Bezos. So you're telling the government just to not take taxes from the people that are making around this much money and less, just because they shouldn't do it. He don't run his business like that. So it's kind of crazy to advise the government to run it like that. On top of that, you should pay more taxes then in that case, so you can supplement the government. Or you're just saying the government shouldn't charge them much and leave yours. Is that the problem is with the billionaires? They're going to find the loopholes anyway. The billionaires are going to find the loopholes anyway and get through it anyway. So if they decide to not tax the little people and force tax the rich people or the billionaires, they're going to find that loophole to get out of it anyway. So, but he's not even advocating for that.
$44,000 per student. 44,000. That's 30% more per student than other big cities like Chicago, LA, and Boston. And it's 3 times more than Miami and Houston. And by the way, New York City doesn't get better outcomes. So listen, let me just say, if we ran Amazon the way New York City runs their school system, your packages would take 6 weeks to arrive. We'd have to charge you a $100 delivery fee. And then when the package did finally arrive, it'd have the wrong item in it anyway. We can't. That's a skills issue, Andrew. It's not about. It's just competence.
That's kind of weird to hear Jeff.
The nurse in Queens.
To hear Jeff Bezos speak on this is kind of weird. It's as if he doesn't know the numbers, right? He's saying it's a conversation. The conversation is what you just said, brother. You said we shouldn't charge people. If she's a nurse, she's making $75,000 a year. We should not charge her $1,000 a month for taxes. So where do we get that 3% for? We get it from the rich, the billionaires that just advertise us not taxing the people, the littler people, 3%. The 3% of people do not tax them. I think he's confusing this. I don't think he's the one running his numbers. Let's just say this. This is my perception. This is Angelo Savage's perception of the situation. I don't think Jeff Bezos is running his own numbers. I think somebody's running his numbers. That's why he can say all this. Because if he's not advocating for billionaires to pay more taxes, and he's advocating for the lower 20% of people to not be taxed, then where does the money come from, bro? You think the government just going to take a loss? They got to supplement it from somewhere. That's how I look at it, man. I don't know. Maybe Jeff Bezos, maybe his accountant's doing the numbers and he's just talking. But we know what's really going on in the industry. That being said, y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. It's your boy, Angelo Savage. We're going to go on. This is the Savage Report. Peace. Let's get it. All right, ladies and gents, let's get to this next topic. Yeah, I thought a nigga couldn't sing, right? Yeah, I can sing, G. I can dance, too. Anyway, let's get to this next situation. So we started off with Ricky Rose. That's we keep it broad, and then we're going to narrow it down to federal or multi-state. And then we're going to bring it to another multi-state. And we're going to bring it back to Chicago where the motherland is. You already know what it is. So this next topic, we're going to talk about SpaceX. SpaceX is about to IPO, and it's time to get that money now. So if you're with it, let's get it.
Back in tonight's Future of Everything, we are off to trillions and beyond. Literally, we are talking about SpaceX, Elon Musk's company that can break us out of Earth's atmosphere and potentially break the markets, maybe. SpaceX plans to go public, maybe even as soon as next month, and it could be the biggest IPO of all time, raising up to $80 billion with the company valued at close to $2 trillion. And then they're talking about the possibility of a potential market of $28 trillion. It's hard to wrap your mind around, but just to show you how big this is, look at this graph. Okay, so down here, Uber, Airbnb, Rivian, Porsche, Saudi Aramco. Look, SpaceX, way up here, 80. This is next level stuff, right? SpaceX is almost completely off the chart. But this comes after a pretty tough week for Elon Musk. He lost his lawsuit against OpenAI and Sam Altman, which he says he is appealing. And there was also a death, a worker death, at SpaceX's Starbase facility in Texas. And right now, all eyes are going to be on one of his launch pads as SpaceX is gearing up to light up their upgraded Starship V3 rocket tomorrow for the first time, potentially all before launching this enormous stock to the public very, very soon. Let's bring in NBC News tech reporter David Ingram. David, this is interesting stuff. And again, it's, we're getting a financial picture from the company. It's a look under the hood of some of SpaceX's financials in this public SEC filing. It's the first time that we're seeing some of these numbers. First time we're trying to wrap our head around what they say their TAM is, which is, again, 28 trillion. What do we make of this? What is...
Let's squash all that, man. I'm buying it. You hear me? Yeah. I don't even care the price. If Elon name's on it, man, I need it. Yeah, I can probably afford only one share. You know what I'm saying? It depends. If it IPOs for some reason, on 150, yeah, I'm gonna buy $1,000 worth. That's just a decent amount, right? Because that 1,000 gonna flip to 10 probably in the same year. Because that's how Elon be pushing shit. You see how his company values so much more higher. My boy is saving NASA from space. Come on now. He's saving astronauts from space. That's not his astronauts, G. He's saving the government. Yeah. I'm gonna need $1,000 worth of SpaceX stocks. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man. This situation is you never know. If his name on it, it's gonna blow. And bro, this man I support him. Shout out Elon. Shout out Elon. I support the man. I think yeah. I need some of that Tesla slot. That's not even Tesla. That's SpaceX. But if you know how Tesla just went crazy, you already know SpaceX gonna go nuts, right? And then XAI, bro, that's gonna go crazy. The man gonna hit trillionaire status. And it ain't even about that. It's just about the value of the company. He's probably owned complete. It's gonna be cold. Everybody, I advise, do your research, go invest into some SpaceX, bro. Because I was just having this conversation with a young individual, and he's very knowledgeable. He was explaining how the moon landing might have been fake, and that's a possibility. It could be true, could not be true. But the thing is, if the moon landing happens with Elon Musk, there ain't no way he faking it. Facts, because this is not a government entity. He has no reason to lie to you about information, like NASA would have to, because all that money would be for no reason. So in my concept, I would think that if we're gonna explore space, I would want someone that is external of the government itself to do it. And that's why I personally, Angelo Savage, will invest into SpaceX, yes. And look at IPO gonna go nuts. I already know it's gonna go nuts. If you're not onto it, bro, do your research. You know everything Elon touch almost goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, there's proof behind it. So I don't know how big it would get, but I just hope it's reasonable enough for the po folk to buy. That's all I'm saying. Just leave a little for the po folk, Elon. We want a little bit. All right, let's see what this man got to say.
Real here for sure, and what is just, hype before the IPO?
So think of this as the beginning of a big sales pitch, Gotti. So today was the day that the brochure hit everyone's inboxes. This was about a 400-page filing with the SEC from SpaceX. It's called the S1. This is SpaceX and Musk laying out the fundamentals of the company that they hope investors will be interested in buying the stock of. The IPO is scheduled for sometime in June, so that's when investors will be able to buy
June
this for
15th.
the first time. And this document gave us a sense of various things. One is just Musk's control of SpaceX. The idea that he's proposing is that after this IPO, he would control 85% of the voting power at SpaceX. We heard during the trial weeks ago against OpenAI that Musk really likes to have control of the organizations that he runs. So he wants to have 85%, and he's going to wear 3 different hats: CEO, chairman of the board, and chief technology officer. We also got a sense of the company's financials here. You can see revenue last year of $18.7 billion, but a loss of $4.9 billion. So they're not exactly profitable. That includes amortization and some other factors. But this really gave us a better sense of SpaceX as a company.
Yeah, it's so interesting to see, the net loss, the revenue, huge numbers all the way.
Man, we didn't even add Starlink. Starlink not even public, G. Do y'all understand? He got so much in the pocket. It's like Tesla. It's like literally his only company that's public. He owns Twitter, by the way. Just letting you guys know. He owns Twitter. It's not even public. It's a private company for him. He owns it only. And then he's going to own 85% of SpaceX, which means he's only selling out, 15%? He's only selling 15% of the company after that. Unless he just has the voting power but IPO most of the company. But let's just assume the man's going to own and I think as long as the voting power stays in the power of Elon Musk, we're always going to have a good company. He's like a robot, man. He's focused, dude. So maybe he took a loss on the Sam Altman thing, but cool, whatever. ChatGPT might fall eventually. He has his own AI. I just hope he has Grok. He has Grok. My man is invincible. You hear me? Invincible. Man, he's a different type of beast, man. Man, for real.
Around and then again this TAM, this like total accessible market number of 28 trillion, which is what they're saying. And you notice when they break it down, I mean, a lot of it is space and SpaceX and opening up this economy in orbit, and then a lot of this is AI, right? How much is going to be AI in the future, and how much of this is going to be a space economy?
That is one of the key questions, I think, for investors. And I'll even add a third thing in there, which is the connectivity piece of this. So the way that SpaceX is breaking it down is you've got AI, you've got space, and you've got the Starlink internet service. And Starlink actually seems to be where a lot of the revenue so far is coming from. That's where they say they have 10 million subscribers, which is double what they had a year ago. So one of the surprising things we learned today is that the costs really have been recently on the AI side. You would think with these mega rockets that Musk is sending to space that would be the most expensive thing on the capital expenditure side for SpaceX. But in fact, they're spending multiples of that on AI data centers. So the cost in the future may be split between those two competing priorities.
Yeah, and again, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I know that the IPO is on the horizon, but tomorrow they're going to be launching a very, very large Starship, and if that Starship is successful in taking their connectivity to.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the biggest IPOs we've had in the last 5 years, for sure. This IPO is going to be a great IPO, and it's going to be one of the largest IPO we've had maybe in the last 10 years, to be honest. This is something big and huge, and I think everybody that have even a slight interest in Elon Musk, and it could be him as a person or him as a business person or him as someone that's focused. If you like Tesla, if you like Twitter, man, invest into it, bro. It's just something that you just got to put your money in and let it sit, man. This might, right now they said there's a transfer of wealth, and you got to get into it, man. You either get it or you don't get it, man. This is happening right now, man. It's happening in front of our face too, and they haven't even announced. They just said in June, but I think the date is June 15th. It's going to be IPO, if not the 13th. So check around like June 10th to the June 15th. Just keep your eyes open, because last time this happened, sometimes you have like places like Robinhood. They'll hold it until the price goes up because they're buying it, and they won't allow people to buy the stock when it IPOs. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get my foot in the door as soon as it IPO. It might jump up immediately after it IPOs. You don't want that, because now you're paying more price than it started off with. It's like a retail pair of shoes, and as soon as you go to buy it, the store holds them, and then it upsells it to you for like it's $220, and now they selling it for $250. It's still cheaper than it is over time. It might be worth $400,000, $500,000, but they try to get you through the door. That's all. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. This is something intriguing to me, and I think this might be an opportunity of a lifetime if you just kind of throw a little money into it, leave it alone. You know how I go. It's the market. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. It's the Savage Report. Let's go. Let's get it. Peace. Man, exciting times is coming, brothers. Brothers and sisters, exciting times are coming. Like, I need y'all to get focused, because definitely my black people get focused, man. I'm tired of y'all spending money on shoes and liquor, G. Enough shoes and liquor. Start spending your money on stocks. You know what I'm saying? Enough. Hey, I'm talking to the brothers and sisters of the community. Stop spending your money on stupid, dumb shit, and start spending money that make money. If your money don't make money, it's losing money. That's all you need to know, okay? It's your boy Angelo Savage. We're going to the next report now. We just went to something that is big, the IPO of launch of SpaceX, man. That's like on some astronomical shit. That shit is that's in outer space shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's time to bring it back home. We going back to Chicago with it, man. Let's get it, man. We're going to Chicago. It's going crazy. So I guess what's going around right now, it seems like Chicago's surgeons are on a mission to take gun makers, to make gun makers help pay for the cost of gun violence. So if I'm getting this right, you want to force the gun makers to pay for the violence of people using their guns for violence? Let's check it out. It's your boy Angelo Savage, the Savage Report. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to speak. Let's go.
Every year, Illinois taxpayers are on the hook for hundreds of millions of dollars paying for the after effects of gun crime. Expenses like ambulances, courtroom costs, and imprisonment. Families of victims are on the line for funerals, lost wages, and additional child care. Now there's a new push in Springfield to get gun manufacturers to foot some of those bills. Political reporter Chris Ty explains how this might work, but a warning, some of these images may be disturbing to some viewers.
I was exhausted with calling time of death on people who looked like me.
It was in the ER at U Chicago Medicine in the middle of the night, in the middle of COVID, when it happened.
I've called the time of death on more people than I can remember.
Violence was spiking.
Job,
Dr.
sir.
Anthony Douglas was face to face with Chicago's gun violence victims in their final moments.
There's nothing that really prepares you mentally, emotionally for when 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 13, 16, 24, 60-year-olds look you in the eyes and ask you, are they going to die? Those things stick with you. You know, you don't forget, being soaked in other people's blood at the end of the night.
So he began to sketch out an idea where gun makers whose products are involved in an accident or homicide pay into a state victims fund, a fund paid for by gun makers, then paid out to cover costs that taxpayers and victims' families currently pick up.
Medical care, law enforcement, judicial costs, funeral and burial expenses.
The idea has gained steam and has now become this, what's known as the Rifle Act.
We just need it now to be.
Now awaiting a vote in Springfield, it would have helped loved ones like Trevon Bosley.
I lost my brother Terrell Bosley to gun violence on April 4th, 2006. He was a gospel bass player who was shot and killed at church getting ready for band rehearsal.
He's helping push the bill through Springfield. If successful, advocates say gun makers would pick up 7% of the overall cost of gun violence in Illinois.
As it stands, they currently, don't pay anything, while us as taxpayers not only pay the emotional burden, but we pay the financial burden as well.
But you're committing the crimes. I don't understand. So let's not blame the community members for causing said crime. Let's blame the person that made the item that made you go out there and commit this crime. Is that what you're saying? Is that what y'all implying? Let's create a fund for the gun makers to fund. This could be corrupt so quickly. They'll even start the violence just so the gun makers can fund the violence. So then the money goes to the state, and the state use the money for what y'all don't think it goes to. Like, come on, bro. Like, is y'all using y'all brain? The Rifle Act is criminal. It's literally criminal. Like, I've went over this. The problem I'm having with this concept is that it's like fear mongering. Like you causing fear in the community and blaming now the makers of a device that protects people, because the people that are using to kill each other are the reason why it's happening. He said this guy right here is the designer of the Rifle Act. The Rifle Act is saying that not only we're going to charge, because this in the state of Illinois, it's not just one thing. Right here, this statement is just saying, let's charge let's charge the gun manufacturers a percentage of the violence that happens in Chicago, because the violence in Chicago is done by a certain gun. So Glock got to pay you because somebody wants to modify a Glock and use it for a crime that they stole it from a law-abiding citizen. That doesn't even make sense. And then y'all don't understand. If you're not from the state of Illinois, you don't understand when they put one thing in a bill, it's multiple things in a bill. Not only do they have that, they want to serialize every bullet in Illinois. They want to serialize every bullet in Illinois that will cause the manufacturing cost of every ammunition in Illinois to go up. This is how they keep track of things in our state. They want you to, it's like, I thought we had the freedom. I thought we had the Second Amendment right. It's no rights no more. They're making it like a privilege. You know what I mean? They're basically trying to take it away from us. Like, this is a threat to everybody. How do you charge somebody for a crime that you committed? That's like a knife manufacturer. Was it KitchenAid? Whoever makes knives. You take a knife manufacturer. This person goes and buy a knife from Jewel or Walmart. Then he goes and stabs an individual with it. And now we have to charge the manufacturer of the knives for the violence of the crime of the person that used the knife? Why is it the manufacturer's problem? He's just a knife maker. Well, he made it. Did the person he give it to was a legal person to have it? How is he supposed to know the legal or the mental status of the individual that has the gun? That's not his responsibility. That's the responsibility of the government to kind of filter, right? This is, and then the reason I hate this even more is that you got a black man right here trying to, I had seen more people die more than I can count. Sir, you're a surgeon in Chicago. What do you expect? Of course you did. Like, what are you supposed to make me have sympathy? How am I have sympathy for something that we have allowed to happen for centuries? I mean, for decades at least. I can't have sympathy for it because of the fact that y'all allow it to happen. And then this doesn't happen in other communities. Not like that. It's happening in these certain communities. And now you're trying to, let's charge the manufacturer of the firearm. Then y'all already take the guns away and restrict them. What next? Remove the guns? Prister already have a ban on the guns for the last 3 years. What do y'all want next? See, I'm an advocate for 2A all the time because of the fact is it's not the fault of the manufacturer, it's the fault of the person that has the firearm. How you gonna fault Glock? How you gonna fault Smith & Wesson? Sig Sauer? How you gonna fault them? Springfield? How you gonna fault them? It's not their fault. It's the person that has the gun, not the gun manufacturer. So now the gun manufacturer must fund this individual. That's nonsense. And I hate that black people have to be the face of that because it makes us look stupid as hell because it sounds dumb as hell. Am I wrong?
The industry socializes the public costs but privatizes the profits.
Opponents of the Rifle Act, including the NRA, say it's unfair to make manufacturers pay, especially in cases where firearms are legally purchased, then illegally sold and used for crimes. It would also mean a likely jump in gun prices, which may be politically unpopular. Despite that, advocates say they have the votes in Springfield. But
we're in a re-election year, which means that it's challenging to have controversial bills be called for a vote and legislators to have to make a decision.
You're optimistic?
Very.
Optimistic that future families of gun violence won't have to endure what his family did.
What would your brother think about this?
I think my brother would be super excited to know that his little brother is continuing to fight and trying to make sure other families don't go through the same experience.
If this gets approved, it would be the first program of its kind anywhere in the country. Advocates are hoping to get this in under the legislative deadline this session, which would be May the 31st. They're hoping to put pressure on Senate President Don Harmon to make that happen. In the Loop, Chris Ty, CBS News.
This is screwed, man. When it comes to 2A, bro, I'm going to always try to protect the Second Amendment of our country. The second, okay, that protects our first. Bro, people are confused. And you know why they confused? Because instead of them blaming the act of people, they're not even blaming the mental health status of the people that are shooting each other. They're not even blaming the parents that allow these kids to go out and do what the hell they want. They're not even blaming circumstance of poverty. They're literally got to blame the gun maker now. Prister already banned the guns. Literally. Chicago, you cannot have over 10 rounds. I guarantee you his son or his brother got killed with somebody that had a 30-round clip. A criminal. They can ban it, but it doesn't matter when the criminals are still in the guns doing what they want to do with the guns. So they saying, okay, criminal can steal guns from law-abiding citizen, and then we're going to blame the manufacturer because that citizen did not secure his gun because that was the law. And he should have. Bro, we are confused, bro. And we get one or two things. Everybody's just going to leave the fucking state, or a lot of people are just not going to obey it, bro. Like, come on, they already have we got to go through a whole process. I just renewed my CCL. Look, we have to go through already hella process to get a FOID. Then we got to go through a hella process to get concealed carry when other states are just concealed carry. Like, we got to get licensure. Like, I have to wait months for you to approve something I've already had just to keep a right that I've already had. You get what I'm saying? And then people that are law-abiding citizens are the ones suffering. These are grannies, people. That's why when you seen this little protest right here, look. Those are white people. You know why they're white people? Because those are the ones obeying the rules. Family of black. Family of black. Family of black. They're obeying the rules. Not saying that there's not some that don't. I'm just saying that the ones that are obeying the rules are also the ones protecting the Second Amendment right, because now they suffer because certain community members like to do what the hell they want to do. Like shoot at each other and steal firearms. So now everybody suffers. Now we blame the manufacturer of the gun. Now this might not be like, you might not like what I'm saying, but this is the truth. This is the truth. And it's unfortunately that everybody has to suffer from the inconvenience and the carelessness of a few. You get what I'm saying? Because these guys got to suffer too. Now they got to get their firearms tracked. Now they have to not protect their families because some individual community members want to do what the hell they want to do and want to be gang members and shoot at each other and kill innocent bystanders. So now you convince the black man to protest against certain guns because it looks better when a black man does it. It sure does. The Rifle Act is more than the companies paying for violence that's happening in Chicago. And then we have to be reliant that the city's even going to use the funds for the right reasons. Come on, bro. See, I don't even like to get on these subjects because it makes me upset that the fact that we trust the government enough to take the funds from these companies, because they'll tax the companies and they'll get the money. And after they get the money, the citizens will never see that money ever. They never do. It would just be laundered back into a different structure. How about we increase the police presence? Huh? How about we get drones in the sky? You know, how about the shot callers? You know, the shot stoppers or whatever. And like, what is y'all doing for real? Y'all not doing nothing. Oh, let's penalize the manufacturers of the guns. The people shooting the guns ain't even supposed to have the guns. So you telling me how they get it? You think the manufacturer's just selling them the guns, or y'all letting people get their guns stolen, or y'all getting them up? People running the stores, bro. I be seeing videos like this all the time. They'll take a car, run that bitch right through the front door. 10 motherfuckers in the gun store, stealing hella guns. It's just like that. Easy. Guns all on the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's a slippery slope, bro. We're falling apart in Chicago. Now, I'll be honest, bro. Eventually, I think everybody should just leave it. The city's gonna crumple. The people in the city is causing trouble for the whole state, bro. This little city, it's not a little city, but this city, major city of the United States of America, this little piece of Illinois is causing trouble for all Illinoisans in the whole state. And instead of them enforcing the rules with more law enforcement, they instead will penalize the whole state and every law-abiding citizen from the north to the south of Illinois. It's a damn shame. I tell you that. It's a damn shame that we are even considering this. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. So this is sad, man. And it's even sad it's even on the table. Of course, he wants to, he acting like he getting the money, G. Let's charge the motherfucking gun makers for the money like he getting the bread. Bro, you not getting the bread. The bread going to go into the hands of the politicians. They're going to put it back in their pocket and give them a raise. Come on now. Y'all think it's going to go to the families? Y'all think it's going to go to the medical staff? Sir, you're still going to have to pay that bill. You think it's going to go into the pockets of the surgeons? Sir, you're still going to have to pay that bill. Sorry. The police officer's not going to get it. The fire department's not going to get it. The surgeons are not going to get. The hospital's not going to get that money. You know it's going to go in Pritz's fat pockets. Facts. Tell me I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm crying and I'm dying. But I ain't dying because I ain't lying. Look, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. I'm just passionate about this situation. It's just sad that we're taking away our Second Amendment right, because then eventually there's not going to be a Second Amendment right to protect your first. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget, it's the boy Savage Report. Let's go. It's a sad situation, y'all, man. We're going to live in a time, if you're in the state of Illinois, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. The only people that suffers are the law-abiding citizens. No one that's not, if you're obeying the rules, you're obeying the law, you're not suffering. It's only the people that's suffering are the people that obey the rules. The criminals are the ones committing the acts. The law-abiding citizens suffer. It's literally I believe it's a pull to take away the guns from everybody, so they can have ultimate power, as if they have an alternative motive. And I don't know what it is, but it seems like it's evil. You know what I mean? We keep doing a lot of things that's the first in the country, which is a sad situation. Eventually, your granny can't protect themselves. Your law-abiding mother can't protect herself. Your uncles can't protect themselves. And then you're going to have to be a criminal in order to protect yourself. You're going to have to break the laws in order to protect yourself. That would be the only way, because they took the right away from everybody. And since no one has the right to own guns, then you have to break the rules in order to protect you and your family. This is where it's going. You allow the immigrants to come in, and then you allow them to commit crimes, and then you take away the guns from law-abiding citizens to protect themselves, while the criminals are still committing the criminal acts, and then you strip the public even more. Literally, you're not supposed to have a gun that shoots over 10 rounds in the state of Illinois, at least the mag size. In Chicago, it doesn't matter because they got them anyway, bro. Y'all tweaking. They don't even know what the hell going on for real. Like, y'all ass retarded. All right, chats. Beats, it says, took her home and I already read that one. Raul Wood said, fuck Chicago, I'm stay here in the Bronx. The Bronx ain't no better, brother. Yeah. The Bronx, no. You in New York, bro. The Bronx ain't no better than Chicago, bro. All that shit is corrupt and weird. Y'all definitely can't have no guns out there, boy. Y'all shit worse than us, for real. Mr. Last said, make Ford pay out the expenses to the victims of DUIs. Yeah, make it make no sense. Yeah, like, that's like somebody buying a car, get a DUI, and let's blame the car dealership. Let's blame the car manufacturer that somebody took my car that they bought from me and got a DUI in it. They broke the law doing it. So blame me? Like, come on, that's not even constitutional. It don't even make sense. It's like I'm trying to understand the logic behind it. Like, if you can make it make sense, I might be on your side, even in the slightest. Literally, I'm trying to understand how this makes sense, even the slightest. G, facts. Let's see. Jaden with the multi-comment, yo, can you listen to my song Shoebox Baby 4K Trail? Maybe at the end, brother. I gotta do my show first. Maybe at the end, we'll see. Yo, can you listen to my song Shoebox? I'm an O Block rapper. If you not just comment at the end, bro. Once I get done, I'm about to do this last one. Comment at the end again, and we're gonna see. If you O Block, man, you better be hitting it good, bro. If you ain't legit, man, I'm gonna get on you. Facts. I'm gonna get on your ass, man. If your shit ain't hitting for real. If you from O Block, I'm an O Block rapper. I don't even think. Nah, ain't no way you from O Block, bro. You the way you even said that. A Reason to Be Alive. I'm not sure what this is about, but you look well groomed and like you're eating well, working out. So I'm trying to understand. What are you trying to understand? What you want me to fight niggas out here? Like yeah, I'm fit as hell, but I'm not fighting niggas out in Chicago, but they shoot. I might fight no more. I just stay fit because I like it. But thank you, I appreciate the love. Make sure you like the video. Them dogs though, 423. F all those cities. I'm gonna stay in Tennessee where we are overturning anti-gun laws left and right. Facts. Tennessee, Kentucky, like those. The South is really almost the place to be right now, bro. Ain't that something? It's so crazy that the South is turning out the place to be for everything. Like your rights, your everything, bro. Like it's almost scary. It's almost a scary sight. Like everybody want to be in the South because that's where you should be right now. Like, man, you losing all your rights up north. Like, damn, this is where the slaves went out to get freedom. We ain't even getting freedom. We literally getting restricted. Ain't this some shit? Like, it's like reverse history up in here. Like, it's like all the slaves ran up to the north to be free. Now we going back to the South to be free. Ain't this some shit? It's a backwards world, brother. It's a backwards world. All right. Let's finish this up. We got one more thing, and this adds to the story that I'm currently talking about right now. But it's a whole other concept of violence. It has nothing to do with the manufacture of things. It's to do with the mental health and or the fucking lack of consequence behind individuals' actions, because we let people go. As soon as they commit crimes, you put their ass on either an ankle monitor or you don't do nothing at all and you release them back into the public on an I-bond. Look, we know how it go. This is Prister's Illinois. Y'all got to understand, this is Prister's Illinois. He's been the governor for 8 years. This is Prister's Illinois. And he has to take fault of Chicago, too. So I hope he don't try to put blame on Brandon Johnson because he's only been in office for 4 years. This is J.B. Prister's Illinois. You've taken the protection away from the citizens of the state due to something that happened in Cook County. And now you're trying to restrict them even more. Like, it's kind of like when somebody does something bad to you, and instead of them either righting their wrongs or just keeping it plateau and just leaving it, they're trying to do it even more. They're trying to wrong you further. And it's like, bro, we're not going to keep allowing you to do this. Like, we see what you're doing, bro. And then what JB going to do next? Run for president and try to restrict the whole country? And that's why JB Pritzker is a threat to our democracy. He's literally going to try to run for president and do what he's doing with Illinois, which is straight up nothing. He's literally just restricting your rights and upping your tax while letting criminals in your area while giving them all the benefits. Like, everybody knows this. Like, if you don't know this, you're a fool. If you're in Iraq and you ain't paying attention to this, you literally not paying attention to nothing. But to be honest, they're going to keep the black people ignorant and not listening because most of them don't even give a fuck for real until motherfuckers are taking your benefits. You know what I'm saying? Until the immigrants and shit are coming in your cities and they getting all the benefits that the homeless people should be getting for no reason at all. Immigrants coming to this bitch get $15K on the link, G. Shorty and them 4 kids can't even get $500. Come on, if you know, you know. If you know, you know, bro. Simple as that. Like, I hate to hear all the BS with all this, bro. If you know, you know. Immigrants coming in getting everything. They getting free homes, free housing. Black family come in, real struggling, for real, been in here longer. A native, Chicago native, just homeless. Can't even get $500, a voucher, none of that. I'm telling you, I know how it go. I've been in the system before. That's why I never go back, because now if I was still in the system, whatever, whoop-de-whoop, I'll literally be vulnerable to the immigrants coming here because they really getting the privilege in here. Nope, you can't allow it to be felt. Now they're trying to reverse it by disarming us because they know eventually they're going to fight back. And since they know that you might fight back, they trying to disarm everybody that are law-abiding citizens. These rules do not apply to criminals. These rules only apply to people that are obeying the rules. Facts. All right. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Don't forget to like the video for YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to comment below and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. It's the last video. Let's get it popping. And was it Jaden Do whatever your name is? Already at the bottom. Comment below. I want to listen to your song if you really from the O Block, because I don't think you is, G. Because people from O Block don't even be saying they from O Block. They say this. They just say they not from 63rd. No, I'm just playing with you. Let's keep going. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's go.
Tonight, the family of a Chicago police officer tells us he's lucky to be alive after being attacked by several suspects in McKinley Park. Officer Kevin Mangan has a long recovery road ahead because of the injuries he suffered. In an interview you'll see only on CBS News Chicago tonight, his family tells our Jermon Terry what happened. Jermon is live at Chicago Police Headquarters now.
Erica, tonight, two people, both a man and woman, are in custody. Charges are pending for beating this Chicago police officer. The attack so bad, the cop's teeth were knocked out. But the officer's family insisting he was targeted simply because he wore the uniform. Tuesday night near 37th and Marshfield, just off Ashland, this frantic call hit police radio.
10-1 EMS for a police officer.
The officer needing medical attention, Officer Kevin Mangan, after police say he was attacked on the job. The officer's mother received a call telling her
that he was assaulted and in a fight, but it was really bad.
Officer Mangan, according to family, was first sucker punched by a man wearing brass knuckles.
Kevin was writing a ticket and he had brass knuckles. So he was arrested with brass knuckles. He had brass knuckles. And I'm pretty sure brass knuckles are illegal in every state.
Yet the family says when the 29-year-old officer was hit with those brass knuckles, those blows left his mouth badly damaged.
That's crazy.
He had missing teeth and they were embedded in the roof of his mouth.
And his face is swollen, so it was all mostly facial injuries.
Chicago police tell us the officer responded because 3 people pulled up and blocked an ambulance from leaving a separate scene in McKinley Park. When Officer Mangan started writing that ticket, police say one woman started banging on his squad car, then another man and woman started attacking him with those brass knuckles.
All that takes is one punch. I mean, you could kill somebody. He's lucky that he's alive.
Since the attackers were not part of the original call, the family insisting their loved one was targeted simply because he wears the badge. Listen to what they say the man yelled during the attack.
A bunch of expletives and how much he beats up POs, and he likes to beat up POs.
The family says the lack of respect law enforcement faces daily is growing, and the message must be sent.
To me, this is attempted murder, and I hope that that's what he gets charged with.
You want to know? He ain't gonna get charged. That's the point. Look, until everybody come out, and I'm gonna be real with you. Until everybody come out and they are on this subject. So you telling me he had brass knuckles, did what he did with the police officer, and he said he does this to police officers, and the record shows that he has done this before, not with the brass knuckles, but randomly attacking police officers. Now, I'll tell you what's gonna happen. He's gonna get right back out. He's probably out right now. I guarantee you. That's how we run out here. That's literally how they move out in Illinois. They literally let the criminals go. Chicago is even worse, G. Like, I'm not playing around. As they just let them go. Like, they let them free. No restrictions. No bond. I bond. Let them free, G. I'm telling you. PICA was one of the worst things we could have did. Protect the Illinois Care Act. Bro, look, look. It's the worst we should have, bro. It's Gotham City in the rack, G. I'm telling you. It's literally Gotham City out here, man. They don't care about nothing. They literally attack people because you know why? They're, like I said in my last video, there's no consequence to their actions. They're allowing people to get away with things and releasing them back in jail. That's why it's like almost unsafe to be out this way. Because not only are they telling you you can't protect yourself, they're not even protecting you. They're not even protected. Facts. You telling me you responding to a call because somebody's blocking the ambulance and the fire department truck, and you try to write a ticket, buddy walk up to you and give it to you with brass knuckles on. Look, and I'm telling you, it ain't nothing nice to get hit with those. I bet buddy when he was punching them, he didn't feel a thing. Because that's what they do. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is sad, bro. Because this is just a regular officer doing his job, bro, doing the righteous thing, just providing for his family, writing tickets like he's supposed to write tickets. He come home, teeth busted out, bro. And his teeth embedded at the top, bro. They're not putting that teeth back. He's going to be toothless. They're going to have to give him an implant, G. All because, and then probably messed up his bone structure. And until everybody go and protest against this, they're going to keep seeing it, bro. They're going to keep seeing this happen. He's not going to get in trouble, bro. They never do. They never do, bro. Until an officer is almost killed, until an officer is almost taken out of here, gunfight, breathing for his last breath, bro, you damn near won't get in trouble in this state, bro. It's Gotham City out here. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, just start look. Like, I bet it is, bro. You can go. It's all public. Just go on in there and see what people got in trouble for, and see if they released or not. Judges corrupt, police officers corrupt, bro. They are increasing the tax, putting the money back into the politicians' thing and into the politicians' hand. J.B. Pritzker come out the woodwork, act like he pro Chicago whole time. He getting the money. Billionaire siphoning money from the feds to back in the state so he could pull it from the state. And then Julia Stafford he's trying to get a Senate seat, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna get screwed up, bro. Like, look, just look at it. I'm not even trying to fearmonger y'all. I'm really just telling y'all what's going on. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm telling you, this is what's really going on. Like, I comment on Chicago a lot, and this happens a lot, bro. A lot. Like, look, Chicago, we done lost it all, G. I just hope it's either one or two things. We either gonna save Chicago or we're gonna let Chicago go. Simple as that. As a whole, we either gonna save Chicago or we should all just pack our stuff up and dip up out of here. And let it crumble how it's crumbling. Because you gotta understand, even if we change our governor this next political run, because I'm voting for Darren Bailey. I'm voting for Daley because J.B. Pritzker got to get out of there, bro. He's corrupt. I can see it. We've been seeing it. He's very corrupt. We have paid nothing but more and more tax under this man. More and more violence under this man. Less and less freedom under this man. So Daley's the only option. But I'll tell you this: even if we vote for a conservative governor, it didn't even matter because everybody under him are Democratic, bro. Facts. The House and the Senate, bro, all that of Illinois, straight Democratic, bro. Nothing's gonna get passed. It's just gonna be at a standstill for about another 4 to 5 years. Facts. Like if he comes in here, it's just gonna be at a standstill because of all the people that they put in power under him. It's kind of sad, man. Maybe one day we come to our senses if we come to a middle ground, but. That's why I haven't bought property in this state, and I wish I don't because they trying to tax everybody. You might as well go and take your assets and move it somewhere else around because you're going to get taxed at the wazoo out here in Illinois, man. And it don't stop. And then J.B. Pritzker, he's heading for presidency. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that in the comments section. This is a sad situation, man. Dude, run up to this dude. He just trying to work. He just trying to work, man. Work and do his job. You gonna come up in here and try to do them dirty over what? It don't even matter, for real. So, that being said, it's your boy Angelo Savage, man. There's a lot of stuff going around here in Illinois. We got to vote, flip Chicago red agenda, man, for real. Shout out to Danielle Carter Walters. She doing her thing out here in Chicago, man. I'm telling you, right now, there's some shit going on, man. Y'all better listen. Because if you don't listen, you going to come into this city thinking shit's sweet, and you going to be victimized. And then your victim going to be free the next day. I'm just telling you what it is. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what you're thinking about this in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. It's a Savage Report. Peace. It's your boy Savage. Shout out to Swift and Weston. That boy, he's fully loaded. Shout out with the super chat. Real spit, bro. Facts. I'm telling you. I'm not lying to these people, bro. If I'm lying, bro, please. If I'm lying, please let me know. This stuff is really happening, bro. It's almost satanic and devilish in this state at this point, bro. Even the birds, bro. I know so many people that has and bro, I'm only saying this because I know people like this. And I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm in the field, but I know a lot of people in the field. And shit is getting taken advantage of. It's the system, bro. The reason why people do crime and how they do it is because there's no consequence to said crimes. Y'all allowing people to do what they want to do. That's why they do what they want to do. Right? I'm glad I live in Florida. Facts, bro. Florida, the reason I think I like Florida because they like the needle. You hear me? You do too much of a heinous crime, bro, the needle get took out. You know what I'm saying? That's a good motivator to detract from criminals committing crimes. I tell you that. Not saying they won't do it. They'll still do it because, you got hella guns in Florida. But At least that's a deterrent for people that will commit crimes in Florida to be like, hey, man, I could possibly get the needle if I do something stupid. You know what I'm saying? So it's called a little get right. You see the sheriff in Florida said, we will kill you. Facts. That's what I like about the Florida sheriff. They don't play around at all. They do not play. They tell you what it is and how it's going to be. We will put that needle to you. We will put that needle in you, boy. Shut you down. So do what you want to do, because these kids, bro, I'm not saying you should be, killing these kids or not, but, like, look at these kids. They got the Glock switches out here in Chicago. Instead of them blaming the parents and the kids, they penalize the citizens that ain't doing nothing. They like, you know what? I think it's the citizens that are obeying the rules that should be penalized, not the people that are stealing the guns committing a crime. You get what I'm saying? That's why you lost the Bears. Yep. Oh, man, I don't even want to talk about the Bears. This is a disappointment. They just announced recently. I didn't even report on it because I was just so angry about it. The Bears has fully announced that they're not going to be in the state of Illinois. I mean, in Chicago. So there's only two options. I didn't even want to comment on, bro. You reminded me. I didn't even want to comment on this because I was so angry about it. I was like, man, this is stupid. They said they're not even going back to Chicago. So Chicago's off the table for the Bears completely. So it's Arlington Heights or it's Hammond, Indiana. We're going to be Chicago Indianimals. The Indianimals, G. And you know why? You know what I say? If you go to Arlington Heights, bro, we talking another 30, 40-minute drive northwest. I don't think no Chicagoan going to want to go to Arlington Heights, G. I'm telling you right now. And the property tax going to skyrocket out there. No one's going to be, they're already expensive out there. I used to stay out that way a little bit, over in like Mount Prospect area. And the properties are already expensive, G. We talking about like a 1,500, maybe 1,300 square foot home for like $450. You hear me? Bears go out there, 600, G. 600,000. Wow, I'm not playing with you, G. Just go to Hammond. Go become a Chicago Indianimal. Yeah. I'm for it, because you know why? If it's about the money, then you're going to save more money in Hammond, and it's 10 minutes from the casino. You might as well go to Hammond, Indiana. Facts. They already had the Senate, whatever. They already had them moving stuff around for them, and they said they'll even pay for it. You might as well go to Hammond, Indiana. They want you. They actually, go where you appreciate it, not tolerate it. You hear me? So you might as well go to Hammond, Indiana. If they go to Arlington Heights, they're going to have a problem after all anyway. They go to Arlington Heights, even if First to write something that say you don't have to pay these many taxes for 10 years, then after 10 years, you got to pay those taxes. You might as well move to Hammond, Indiana, where they going to build your stadium for you and everything. You're saving billions. And then it's closer to the original stadium right now in Soldier Fields. You might as well just drive 10, 15 minutes, what is that, east? Drive 10 to 15 minutes east to Indiana, across the tracks. Once you get across the tracks, right there, bro. It's going to be easy for you to go to Hammond, Indiana than it would be for you to go to Arlington Heights. And it would be cheaper. So it's just best for them to go to Indiana. And they know, I think they've already made the decision. This is not a really, it's not a hard decision to make. It's about the money. You hear me? It's about, if it's about the money, then that's what it is. Next question. How much are your taxes? Property tax is the highest rate of like 2.3, 2.5%, I think, right there. Property tax, state of Illinois. And tax itself, I think we're at like, it ain't super duper high, but it's not the income tax that's the problem, bro. It's the tax on all the other shit. It's the sales tax. It's the extra shit. It's the extra tax on registration. Extra tax on the increase of tollways. You know what I mean? It's like, I think we at like 6-7%, right? Which I guess it ain't super crazy on income tax. But it's the other taxes that they'll tax bags, bro. They'll tax tollways. They'll tax registration. They taxing like dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like ammunition. They're taxing gun purchases. Taxing. They try to take away the food tax, but then they increase the regular purchase taxes because they took away the food tax and people like that. So now since they took away tax on like fruit and stuff, they increased the tax on other stuff to balance it out. That's kind of what it is, and that's how corrupt it is. Shout out to Swift and Weston again for the $2 super chat. I'm subscribed, bro. I'm gonna get you the like, man. Facts. Shout out to you, brother, to be subscribed to the Angelo Savage. Welcome to the Savage Foundation. You are a loved member of the family now. You know what I'm saying? I just speak that realness here, man. That's all. I'm just a brother that likes to speak the realness, because they'll look at me like, oh, he black, he's liberal. Negative, sir. I couldn't be. Not after I found out what I found out, I can't be. Yeah, I can't be liberal. Not based on what I know. That'd be a problem. Cause I know too much. Maybe back when I was a child. Yeah, he said, oh, hell no. I was going to say it 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I think it's best. I think you said that when I was talking about the Bears. I think it's best that we just go to Indiana. The Hammond Indianimals. Yeah. The Hammond. No, it'll be the Chicago Hammond Indianimals. We had to cross the tracks to another state just to get what we need to out the deal. Ain't that sad, bro? I'll tell you this. What's even more sad is that they think that they're going to use the Soldier Field for anything more than concerts. Concerts, G. When it's football season, it's just going to be empty. Ain't no soccer. Ain't no concerts because it ain't got no dome on the top. Simple as that. I left that party a long time ago. Yeah, man. I think the Conservative Party is the party of like more of a family person, more of a person that has American values. I think more of the liberal, and this is biased to me, I think more of the liberal party is more for the party goers, the youngsters, the kids, until they kind of mature and understand that the system's going to keep eating their funds up until they change. That's kind of how I think about it, man. Maybe I'm wrong. That being said, man, I appreciate all the love. Y'all staying here with Angelo Savage. We going to try to get on here every night because I need to talk that shit. I need to talk that shit now. So we going to try to get on this every single night and report live to y'all to tell y'all what's going on in the country and the city, G. There's a lot of things going on. Yeah. And if y'all want to see me reply to something, I want y'all to email me at angelo.savage101@gmail.com. That's angelo.savage101@gmail.com. Y'all send y'all links and reactions there. If y'all can find something from me, I'll react to it if I don't find it first. Or go and subscribe to my TikTok, Angelo So Media, Angelo So Savage on Instagram. Y'all do that for me. Send me the links there, and we're going to react to that, man. This is despicable of what we see in this country today. Because it puts a bad name on me in my city. See that little motherfucker right there? It puts a bad name on my city, G. It's a damn shame. I appreciate the love, man. As you know, got to get active. It's your boy Angelo Savage. We're going to cancel this for the night. I appreciate the love. Mr. Swift and Weston, that's a lovely name. I appreciate the super chats, man. Let's get active. I will be back on tomorrow. I want y'all to stay tuned. I want y'all to get active, man, with me. Welcome to the Savage family. Let's get it. Peace. Good night. Subscribe.